Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sensibly Cynical podcast. My name is Sean, and just want to let you know right off the bat here, there is new merch, t-shirts. So we got unisex tees, long sleeve, even have, pullover hoodies, whatever, any shirt you want. Well, kinda available now. bonfire.com/store/sensibly-cynical, and you'll have the mugs available, the shirts, and even the Sensible notebook. That's right. So check it out. A lot of different color options. I'm sure there'll be one that you like. Grab a shirt and please support the podcast. Much appreciated. Now to our guest today, Lia Caton. She is a singer-songwriter out of Naperville, Illinois, going to Nashville and back. Also, she was raised in Boston, so of course the Red Sox. We talk the Cubs. But anyways, she talks about her latest album, Someone Like You, her musical influences, and much more. So here's my chat with Lia Caton. Joining me now, she is an amazingly talented, super talented at that, singer-songwriter out of Naperville, Illinois. Lia Caton, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Thank you for doing this.
No, thank you for having me on. I'm so excited about it. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So first off, tell everybody, when you started getting into the music industry.
Well, I've been coming to Nashville for probably about the past 18 years. I had always been a singer and then really started focusing on songwriting back in about 2004. So I've been coming down here for quite a while. Started this and had been a singer, performer in bands for, most of my adult life. And then just came here to focus more on songwriting. So I split time between here in Nashville, where I am now, and in the Chicago area.
Yeah, we were talking about that off air. We have, it's a small world. I have Midwestern ties as well. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So who are your influences musically? Because in that area, country music is huge, right? In Illinois, it's huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it definitely is. I guess I would have to say my major, influences would be Winona Judd. I've always loved her music. Martina McBride, Susan Tedeschi Trucks, Bonnie Raitt would probably be the ones that I would say that most influenced me.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you realized that this is what you wanted to do? Like,
I remember when I was 3, I was sitting with my father's record players, and I would just sit there and just listen to music. And it was just really like a big part of my soul. And I would perform, like sing for the family or, whomever. And it's always been something that was in my soul that I wanted to do. But then was able to pursue it later on in life.
Yeah. For those that are, Gen Z or whatever, vinyl. People know it as vinyl.
Vinyl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Vinyl, not records.
Well, I'm just trying to correlate this to the people that were born in like 2000.
Yeah. Yes, I understand.
So your first single was Spare Some Time. What was the process behind that one?
The first single, Spare Some Time, that was a song that was inspired by my father's struggle with homelessness and addiction, as well as a conversation I had with a gentleman on the steps of St. Vincent de Paul in Chicago. And it was really just the story of trying to show people kindness. There's, no one ever is born and says, when I grow up someday, I want to be homeless. And it's really just about trying to show that kindness to people when you see them on the streets, that everyone that's there has a story and, was a mother, father, sister, brother, and maybe even someone that and that to just try to remember that and show them kindness.
Was it a process that took a while to get together? Was it something that you did like immediately, or talk about the like creative process, you know?
So I wrote that song. I started writing it a long time ago, and then when I began the recording process and the writing process of the album here in
Mm.
Nashville, I was introduced to a writer named Benji Harris here in Nashville through my producer Sean Giovanni, and he thought that we would have some good synergy writing. So I had brought my idea and my song to him, and we just basically worked on it together to kind of make it more of a universal concept. And we wrote that together, and then we recorded it. I recorded it, and then released it. And I've used that at a number of different, homeless events, and just used that to bring awareness to the homeless community.
Well, that's very admirable. And, I appreciate, everyone I'm sure listens to this and appreciates anybody that gives back like that, that helps and gives back like that. I actually just had another country artist on, Kimberly Dawn. I don't know if you've heard of her, but anyway, she was telling me that nowadays people are just telling you, if you want to do country, go to Nashville. Would you agree with that? Like they're just straight up telling people to go now? Not telling, but saying that if you want to make it in country, you got to go there.
Well, definitely, country, this is Music City, and this is the heart of, soul of country music. So if you're, if that's something, and that's the genre that you're definitely drawn to, here's where the best writers and amazing musicians are in the world. But there are, in any town that you live in anywhere, you can find other fellow country music people that are,
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
oh, totally. Yeah. The Nashville's, yeah. If you want to come here to be to be an artist or to be a songwriter, Nashville's definitely the place to be.
Yeah. Now, your newest album was released on Friday. Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was released on Friday, on August 5th.
Someone Like You. All right. Now, yes. I saw that was the main song that I guess it's got the most publicity or, traction. The Only Thing Missing Is You? Is that what it's called?
The Only Thing Missing Is You is, that I think actually is the most popular one that we have.
Because I think that's what I saw. I think that's what I saw. That song, I like the vibe.
Oh, The Ring, actually. Thank you. The Only Thing Missing Is You is one of the songs off the album. And I believe that's the one that's getting the most traction. I should know this. I didn't look yet.
you did it. Yeah.
I should know this. So. Yeah. So I should definitely know that. So, that song is a song. The video will actually be being released. We did a video for that here in Nashville, and that's going to be released soon. But that was just a song about loss, love, and how, when people lose someone that they are, need to go on with their life. And sometimes they can have some level of guilt for that, for feeling like they should be, that they're happy, or that they're laughing again. And the song is just basically trying to bring peace to that.
Yeah. Now, I did read also that you're making some playlists with that song, right? So, mm-hmm. it is getting traction. It is indeed.
It just made the New Music Friday ACM Academy of Country Music playlist. So that's
exciting. Yes.
Yeah,
awesome.
Very exciting.
Awesome. Was that another one that took a while to think, the creative process?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a song that I started, again, kind of like similar around the same time as writing Spare Some Time. And again, when I met my co-writer Benji, it was an idea that I brought to him and brought part of the song that wasn't quite finished yet. And he jumped in and we wrote it together. And that was one of the songs that I knew him for about a half an hour, and we started writing the song and we were crying. Really? So it was it was a very emotional song to write. And it's definitely one of my favorites off the album. I'm excited to share the video when that's going to be released.
That's the thing about music is you may not know somebody like personally, but music is a form of like therapy. And mm-hmm. It's just crazy how music can touch people without them even knowing who they are. Besides,
it really is. And talking to so many people that have lost loved ones, that was a common theme with them is, when they were supposed to move on, or how do they move on?
Especially during like the pandemic too, like people can just listen to music at home and stream stuff. This technology, I think, has really helped a lot of people through this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, like you said, during the pandemic, I think a lot of people gravitated towards music to help them keep them company and heal as well.
Do you have any memories of listening to music as a youngster? Any sort of song that you played a bunch of times?
I used to listen to the Kingston Trio, was one of them that I used to play on repeat. Um,
Nice.
and yeah, that was one band. And Where Have All the Flowers Gone was one song that I used to listen to on repeat over and over and over again.
Mm.
And like anything by like the Mandrell Sisters, or it was always something I loved watching the Mandrell Sisters on the TV. That was always cool.
For me, it was like Shania Twain, Faith Hill, typical.
Oh yeah.
I'm a guy, so
Yeah.
all the
Yeah. Oh
pun
yeah. Yeah.
pun intended that they're not the
Yep.
Dixie Chicks anymore, but the chicks.
No. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
those
That
were
makes sense. That makes
those
sense.
three those three were like, oh my god, I used to think they were so hot. No, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
On rotation.
yeah, just like and
Yeah.
Shania Twain.
Yep.
I tell people, that no one was better than '90s Shania Twain, in my opinion.
Oh,
Of
I
course,
agree.
I'm
Yeah.
biased though, but
Her new Netflix special is really pretty amazing too. If you haven't seen that,
no, I haven't.
oh, you'll if you're a giant Shania Twain fan, you'll love it.
Yeah, she's like timeless.
Yeah.
Um, you talked about this earlier. So you split time, so you just go back and forth to record in both places, or talk about how that works.
I live in outside of Chicago,
Yeah,
as
so you
well
just
as as well as Nashville. We have a place here, so I'm here every couple of in Nash. I'm where I am right now. I'm in Nashville doing this. I'm here every couple of weeks, so I just go back and forth, and I have my family in Chicago, and they're very supportive. So
go Cubs. Go Cubs.
yeah, go Cubs.
We were talking about that. Hey, if you would have said you were a White Sox fan, I would have canceled the
No,
interview. I would
yeah,
have been like, no.
same here. I would have had to say, I'm sorry. Sorry, it was nice meeting you, but I've got to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was born and raised a Cubs fan since I was a little boy. So this is good. Immediate from the start connection here.
Immediately, I just actually just saw Chris Stapleton at Wrigley Field on the field last week, so that was really cool too. Being on
Yeah.
that field, it's nothing like it when
No,
when you've been
it's
a Cubs
not.
fan.
The Ivy and my
Yep.
Leah, when I tell you I was a little kid, I got pictures. I was literally 5.
Oh, cute. That's so cute.
and like 98.
So it's been a lifetime.
Oh yeah, I was born. You have no choice. I had no choice. I was born
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
All Cubs fans are born into it. You have no
You have no choice.
because
No
you're like
choice.
7 and you've already been to Wrigley twice, so it's already
Mhm.
you're
Yeah.
done.
There's no choice.
Yeah, like they didn't give me that choice. They said you're going to be a Cubs fan. You're going to like it.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
right,
You're
yes,
born and you're born
yes,
and they give you
Daddy.
the hat with the big C. Yeah.
It's like yes, Daddy. So what do you? So how's the promotional been for this? How's the rollout process for the album?
Good. It's been great. We've been working on the album, doing promotion on the singles for the past since last October, and we have 2 videos that are about to be released at probably within the next month or so to support the album. And we've just been doing a lot of I'm going into the studio next week to record this week actually, to record a couple new singles. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun, and getting to talk to people and share the music has been really exciting.
Do you have a fun story to share in the industry? Any story you can share?
I would say probably one of the funniest things that maybe you'd have to be there for it to be funny, and it probably wasn't funny to my co-writer, but we were writing, and we were writing this album, and the morning was pretty emotional. Like I had mentioned, we wrote that song, The Only Thing Missing Is You, and we had lunch, and we were kind of in like an afternoon food coma and emotional like funk from writing some depressing material or some sad, like morose material.
Right.
And I'm like, why don't I go make some coffee? And I went and got some coffee, and I came back and I gave it to my co-writer, Benji. And about 15 minutes later, he was shaking. He's like, I need to go take a walk. He's like, I feel like my heart's ready to pound out of my chest. I'm like, oh my God. I had gotten double caffeinated caffeine pods, because I thought we would need like an extra boost, and it literally almost stopped his heart. And like,
what?
Yeah. So we had like a major, like I said, we had a major afternoon where we had to take a hot sec because we all over caffeinated, and it was just way too much. So, and not in a good way.
Yeah. Well, I'm victim of caffeine. I have a job that I drive a lot,
Yeah.
and that's double-edged sword.
Yeah, I bet. So then,
So
yeah. So you need to like stay awake.
yeah, but you also don't need to get addicted. Caffeine's a drug,
Yep, sure
and
is. Yeah, it
yeah.
almost like, yeah, it definitely almost made us like have our afternoon parade went sideways. So
Yeah. So, well, hopefully everything's okay now, right?
yes, everything's fine. Everybody's good now. We were fine, wrote some great songs. It just took a little
Um,
bit. And Benji like never trusts me to make the coffee again. So
what's your thoughts on this, new country versus old country kind of, I guess not really a debate, but there's a distinction, right?
oh, definitely. I think over the past, maybe 10 years or so, country's gone a little bit more pop sounding. But I think, as in any music, it's all cyclical. It'll come back around again. And music has cycles and has just different. They're all stories. Whether it's pop country or whatever, there's still country
Yeah.
usually has a basis and a story, and it's just how it's told and how it's presented. And I think they all have their place.
And I think auto tune has something to do with that too, just in music in general, trying to get the right pitch and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that definitely was something that has helped. It's a different sound, and has been part of the more recent sound. I think they didn't
Hmm.
have it back in old country. So
Back in the day,
back in the day, yeah,
my mom's favorite. You'll know who he is. A lot of people probably wouldn't, but Dwight Yoakam.
yeah, Dwight.
That's my mom's favorite.
Oh,
Like
that's
when I'm
cool.
talking about old country, I mean like
Old country.
old, like not like
Hmm.
not like Garth Brooks old, like old
Yeah, yeah,
old.
yeah. Yeah. Yep, going way back.
Yeah, do you remember like old country?
I didn't. I mean, sort of, kind of. I wasn't a big country fan. I grew up in Boston, so country music
Oh,
wasn't a big thing. But I mean, Johnny
wait.
Cash, of
Hold on,
course.
hold on. Before you continue, are you sure you're not faking me out and you're not a Red Sox fan?
Oh, I'm definitely a Red Sox fan, and it's a
Oh,
big
so you're
ordeal.
both.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
both.
both. It's an
Okay.
ordeal in my house. My husband will wear the Cubs shirt. I'll wear the Red Sox shirt when they're playing. So
Oh,
yeah, we definitely, yeah, that's a definite big rivalry in my
so
house.
the truth is coming out.
The truth
Yeah.
is coming out. You actually have actually have a Red Sox fan in front of you.
Hey, I Red Sox and Cubs fans, we have a lot in common. Curse is ending.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
all
Oh, yeah.
good. It is all
Yep.
good.
That's a very true. Yep. That's very true.
But what kind of music did you listen to growing up?
I listened to absolutely everything growing up. I mean, like 80s kid, Def Leppard, you know, that that era was Poison, which I don't know, that's just a whole different kind of music, but I also listened to
Hmm.
the classics, Johnny Cash, Tammy Wynette, like all of them.
Hmm. All right. Well, Leah, thank you for doing this.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, and it was nice
Yeah,
chatting with you.
of course. Tell everyone where they can get the album.
Sure. It's on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, any streaming platform. You can listen to it on YouTube as well. And there's videos there. And my website is liacaton.com.
And
And Caton is spelled Caton.
yeah, I got you. Social media. Where's your social media
Social
handles?
social media is at Lia Caton Music.
All
And Lia,
right.
it's Liacaton.
Gotcha. Leah, thank you again. So awesome to
Thank you so
meet
much.
you and talk some baseball and tell
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
to listen to your latest album, Someone Like You.
Yeah, thank you so much. I
Now.
appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good one. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there you have it. Another fantastic interview in the books. Once again, I would like to thank Lia Caton for coming on the podcast today. And like I said in the beginning of the episode, Sensibly Cynical merch. We have more t-shirts, a bunch of options available. Check it out. Check the store out in general. Bonfire.com/store/sensibly-cynical. And all the links in the link tree, of course. We'll have the merch link on there. If you'd rather just go on there and press a button. Sensibly Cynical is available wherever you get your podcasts. All the links are on the link tree, like I just stated. Check us out on Twitter at Cynical Sensibly Instagram, Sensibly Cynical Pod, and check out our Facebook page. Also, TikTok, Sensibly Cynical, pretty basic there. WordPress, episode 200 is literally one episode away. Like, we're going to do 199, and then we'll hit the magic number. Finally, episode 200, featuring my special co-host, Dolores Gibbs, and Noob and Z from Our Reviews Will Kill You will join me for a special skit. And last but not least, I will be doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything. So if you have any questions you want me to answer on that podcast, if you just want to tell me something that you like or dislike the episode, show me up, whatever, roast me, now's the time to do it. sensiblycynicalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I can take it. I'm a big boy. All right. Thanks again for listening. Please stay safe and take care.